Okay, so hearsay is an interesting word, and the definition of hearsay, information which cannot be adequately substantiated, and it means a rumour. So basically, the reason I'm talking about hearsay is because when people think vegetarian or vegan diets, you automatically have these like knee-jerk, oh, protein, what about your protein? What about your calcium? What about? And when you break it down, where has the idea of protein and calcium come from? And I'm looking, but I can't find where this massive need for protein comes from. It's essentially it's passed down from our parents and the things that they don't know and they've just passed on as well. So it's hearsay. And the reason I say that is because once you start going vegetarian and vegan, people will start picking up on these really intricate nutrients that they would never think about before. While they're at the pub, drinking some alcohol, which is a drug, smoking a cigarette, which is also a drug, they're like, yeah, Bertie, that vegan diet though, it's all right, but what about the protein? It's all bad for you. All those vegetables, they're going to be bad for your health. So the reason I did that silly little joke is because it's kind of like, if you're going to look into nutrition, which I highly, it's interesting for me. It's interesting, but if you're going to look into nutrition, you're not just going to look into food. You need to look at all aspects of what you're doing. So I was talking about the hearsay, and my mates at the pub, they never ask about elephants or gorillas. They always ask about human protein, but they never say, where do those elephants? Those massive elephants, like they can move those massive trees, and those gorillas, they're suffering from protein deficiencies, aren't they, Bertie? But they don't ask those questions because basically humans and animals can get protein from plants. Also, when you start looking into it, human protein deficiencies in the UK are super rare. And another thing about deficiencies, there's no vegan-only deficiency. When people start pointing the finger about those vegans, there's no vegan-only deficiencies. If you don't eat certain foods, then you can get. I'm not saying vegans are immune. I'm saying nobody is immune, and let's not just focus on the vegans. Another interesting thing. This book's really good, so I'm gonna keep talking about it. But basically, when we were younger, we would always talk about these people who are starving in these foreign lands, and there's not enough food for everyone. There's not enough, what can we do about these starving people? So that's the current paradigm. We grow food. That's a wheat crop, but that's just an example of food that we grow, and then we feed to animals, and we fatten them up, and then humans eat those animals. So the other paradigm, which to me seems a bit more logical, so we've got enough food on the whole planet. We've got enough food to feed everyone. So let's just skip out those animals in the middle. Why not feed 7 billion of us? Why do those people have to starve at all? But there's a lot of crap that goes into animal products, sort of like antibiotics and hormones and the natural hormones that animals produce, and all the other. And also, I don't eat much processed food, and I try to eat more natural food. So, what I'm not putting into my body is all these kind of like pesticide, herbicides, chemical sort of things.